Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Chosen by the Allspark? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now before continuing, this shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Marticia Ricci for suggesting this idea. I hope I pronounced your name right. And moving onwards, I have gotten both the book sets of Harry Potter as well as Percy Jackson. I have said this in the Meta What If yesterday, but yeah, I thought I should tell you guys as well. So do let me know in the comments section which series should I read first, and after finishing one book each, I will make series over it, including Naruto into those parts or taking some inspiration from the book and implementing those things into Naruto universe. Who knows? Who knows? I'll let you guys know into the community tab, but yeah, I will not pull up a poll about both of them. So yeah, you gotta comment down. The series with the most comments will win. So yeah, do let me know your suggestions and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato on October 11th, 2 days after the Kyuubi attack. As we see, in the Hokage office was seated the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, as currently he was busy thinking as the huge paperwork was piling up. As his assistant came knocking on the door, Hokage-sama, you need to focus on your paperwork and your job. There's a lot of paperwork already piling, and I have brought the new paperwork as well that needs your attention immediately. Oh, you can put it there. As saying that, Hiruzen went back into deep thought. Is everything fine, Hokage-sama? Yes. Actually, could you could you let me know what happened to the boy? Oh, you mean that boy? Yes. The boy was born 2 days ago. It's alright, Hokage-sama. You can speak freely to me. You know that, right? Yes, it's just I don't want any unnecessary ears to listen into this knowledge. It's a shame that the boy had to go through that. Well, from what I have heard, his chakra coils were damaged because of the overlord of the Biju and its consciousness and chakra. Is that so? Yes. And I have also found out something else that is quite worrisome. I don't know if I should tell you this right now or not. What is it? It's about him as well. It seems someone from the council was able to leak out the news that the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki was alive and an infant child who has failed chakra coils. How did this happen? I have put the Anbu team to investigate into it already, and Kakashi Hatake has taken the charge of that. Make sure Kakashi finds out. Who do you think would have done this? To be honest, it could be anyone. Anyone from the Shinobi side, as well as from the civilians. For all I care, it must be even the elders. You're right about that. But I'm gonna make sure that the doctors are even looked into. They could have been hired. Make sure you do that. Alright. As after that we see time begin to pass by as the people and the doctors were found out who did this. But that made one thing clear. In the next council meeting, Hiruzen realized that the people wanted Naruto dead. The child of the fourth Hokage who sacrificed just a few days ago his life, his family, and his son's future just for the sake of its home, his home, their home. And now they were calling out for his son's head. The very wish that he wanted to happen to his son was to be seen as a hero by his people. But they were calling out like he was some ragged old demon. And this broke the heart of Hiruzen to no end. As now we see, Kakashi, as well as his student who has a ride back, who was the godfather of the said child, was standing there, alongside with the said assistant. Kage-sama, things are looking bad. If the child is revealed, then there could be a lot of worse situation. Sensei, I can't take him out. His chakra coils are damaged, and if I take him away from the village, there is a high probability that he will be attacked. And the Kyuubi's influence. If he remains here, what about that? I'm worried about both of things. What can we do here? Unfortunately, only one option is left. Said Hiruzen. What is that? Kakashi? No, please don't. We have to take him to the Land of Fire orphanage, away from Konoha, and make sure it is done quietly, and nobody sees you. But Sensei doesn't want that to happen. Unfortunately, he also didn't want his son to be killed by the same people he saved. We have no choice here. You think I'd love to do this? As the remaining people in the room became quiet. So what should we do now? Just send him off? What if something goes wrong there? We can only hope for the best, Uriah. Fine, I'll stay nearby, stick to the land of fire, and make sure nothing happens. But what about your... I don't care about the damn job. I'll be able to expand my spy network from there onwards, and send out the letters to you. Alright, Uriah. I'll be more much at ease knowing that you are there. And so, Naruto in the middle of the night was sent there. While Naruto sent there and began his life in the orphanage of the Land of Fire, we see that time begin to pass by, as up in the space far away, on a distant planet which was made out of metal, a war was going on. A war between two fractions, Autobots and Decepticon. Once brother now turned into mortal enemies, Megatron and Optimus Prime. The leader of the both fractions were fighting alongside their people. As now we see, Bumblebee then arrived, killing off with his knife hands a lot of people. As he then said, "Sorry, Optimus, there was a lot of traffic there. B, good thing you're here. What is it? I have a mission for you. We have found a planet that is quite far away. Megatron and his forces will not be able to discover the Allspark there." What? What do you mean, Allspark? And what do you want me to do with it? You are going to go there and make sure that the Allspark is protected. Allspark is protected? The fate of the Cybertron relies on you, and on the Allspark. We gotta make sure that it doesn't fall into the hands of Megatron or any other Decepticon. I have made an escape pod ready for both of you. You are to go there. As that is when we see Elita 1 then arrived, turning from a motorcycle that was pink into a female robot, Optimus, Elita. That is suicide, sending them both together. I have a better solution, and send the Allspark first. Then, once they are distracted, we'll send B in. Alright? I guess that is doable. B, Elita, secure the Allspark and send it to the distant planet. It's already done. As that is when we see Megatron arrive there, turning from a tank into his robot form. Optimus, we meet again. Megatron, today one shall stand and one shall fall. It's time to decide, then Prime. And so, both extending their swords, lunged at one another, and a fight broke out as the Decepticons as well as Autobots charged towards one another. While Elita and B made sure that the Allspark was sent away without anyone noticing that it has left the planet. As that is when we see B and Elita arrived. It's good to see the whole squad back together, Prime. Just like the good old days. D. I'm not D16 anymore. I am Megatron. D16 is dead the day you banished him. I didn't want it to. You did, Pax. You never saw it my way. We were betrayed by the Sentinel. And you? You all chose him. He was chosen by the matrix of the leadership, which later he turned into Allspark. The biggest insult he could do to Primus. No, D. Megatron. The biggest insult was you ripping out your own cord given to you by the previous Prime and then stabbing in the Megatronus Prime's core. I am honoring him. The Decepticons are honoring him. The age of Primes is over. It is time you listen to that, Pax, and maybe I will let you live. You think we will listen to you? Don't listen to him, Prime, said Elita, as well as B. We were friends once. Once, said Optimus, as again the battle continued, while Allspark, without them noticing, then traveled. Back on Earth, we see that Naruto was currently busy scribbling in his book. He was always interested in making pictures and paintings, and was aiming to become a painter since he couldn't become a shinobi and whatnot, because he found out that he had broken chakra coils. And there was the old hermit, Jiraiya, who always helped him out, and Naruto called him Oji-san, and visited him, as he had a noodle shop there that Naruto loved to taste and enjoy. As one day while seated there, Jiraiya then said, "What are you painting there, kid?" "Well, not much, just, what I see." "Impressive. How about you go to the woods nearby? Just make sure you don't go too deep, and sit and clear your mind. I heard there's a lot of good scenery there, and even a waterfall nearby." "Really?" "Yeah. Why don't you go there and see for yourself?" "Unfortunately, I'm busy, or otherwise I would have taken you there." It's fine, Mr. Jiraiya. I'll go there myself." As Naruto packing his stuff then went there, we see that some of the shinobis came inside. "Hey, Kakashi, can I get you something?" "No, Jiraiya-sama. It seems that you have hit it off." "You know what? Living as a street vendor, aside from a gallant sage Jiraiya, is not that bad. And besides, the kid visits me quite a lot, and my cooking skills have gotten better. Way much better." "It seems so, Jiraiya." "Sensei," said Jiraiya as an old man then came behind from Kakashi. "You're here?" "Yes, I was here on a meeting with Daimyo and decided to visit my student. It seems young Naruto is, well, full of life and enjoying every moment here. Well, it was quite hard. He still hasn't been able to make any friends. People call him weird, but he has a talent. Talent that, well, I guess is passed down from Minato. His hobby of painting. Naruto is excelling in it." "I see. Have you gotten in touch with Tsunade?" "Yes. She came here, visited, and saw Naruto's condition, and determined a few months back that no, there was nothing we can do. Even with the artificial chakra quill, with the help of Ashirama cells, it will be quite dangerous. Naruto could die." "I see. So there's nothing we can do." "Yes. You do know that the people of Konoha would want their Jinchuriki, right? And for the last time, I'm telling you, Sensei, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna let them have Naruto. The boy has a whole life ahead of him. If people find out that Konoha doesn't have a Jinchuriki, there will be literal hell. And there might be chances of war. War that Konoha would bring upon itself. And it has to fight on its own." "True, that is true, but we can never be too, well, cautious. So what you're saying, should we just destroy a life and pass on the Jinchuriki? Is that what you're asking?" "No, not that. It's just that the council is getting quite suspicious. They think that we might have done something with the Jinchuriki. That is what I am trying to tell you. I'm worried about him and his safety." "You don't need to. I made sure that news of this doesn't break out. Tell them the child died, he couldn't survive out the QB, and the QB would reform in 15 to 16 years more." "I see. I relay this information to them, Jiraiya. You can leave then." As that is when we see suddenly the whole sky turned dark. "What is going on?" "Check it out, Kakashi." As Kakashi and the three of them checked it out to see that a huge burning ball of fire landed nearby. "Naruto." "What? I sent Naruto there. Damn it!" As now we see, all of them sprung into action, dashing their Jonin level speed, only to find Naruto in the center of a huge crater, as he was laying down there, as his sketchbook and pencils were thrown next to him. "Naruto! Naruto!" Jiraiya jumped down into the crater, picking up Naruto. As he checked his pulse, thank God he's breathing. We gotta take him to the hospital, or a vet. Already on it. As now we see, in the land of our hospital. After a few hours of examination, Naruto was still unconscious. While we see the doctor came out. Everything seems fine with him. And yes, one thing I have discovered is, well, his healing factor has increased 100 folds. What? How is that possible? His chakra coils are, I know, they're still damaged, but his healing factor has increased. The cut we made to make incision and draw blood was healed before even we can put in the needle to draw blood. That fast? Not even Uzumakis are capable of healing that fast. Alright, Jiraiya, keep me updated. We have to depart, knowing that he's fully fine. We'll leave him in your hands now. Alright. As now we see Naruto and QB were present in one room. What the hell? Where am I? So my Jinchuriki finally comes to meet me. At such a young age, though. I would have thought that you would never be able to meet me because of your broken chakra coils that I destroyed. But yet they are healing, and much faster than ever I could imagine. Whatever that cube was that you touched, it has changed something in you. That's the Allspark. All what? Allspark. It's as suddenly images as well as markings that Naruto has never seen begin to flow into his head. It's the Allspark. It's from a planet called Cybertron, all the way across the galaxy. And how did it ended up here? Do you know anything? Yubi said with narrowed eyes. A war going on. I can see flashes, said Naruto as he grabbed his head. Alright, kid, calm down, said QB, because he knew that something was going on here. If this was away from Earth, it could be Otsutsuki's. It could be them. I don't know, the Cybertron or whatever it is. It could be dangerous. As after calming the kid down, we see that QB realized that it might not be because his father has arrived there. Father? My child, you called for me. Something happened to the kid. He was mumbling about the Cybertron and whatnot, and he touched some sort of Allspark and whatnot. I may not know, son. What? But what if the Otsutsuki's? It could not be Otsutsuki's. Otsutsuki had no artifact or power such as this Allspark or whatnot. For all I know is it could be something quite alien. Is that so? Is it safe? I don't know, son. The only thing I can tell you is to see for yourself. Then open your heart, maybe. As after that, the sage vanished. I wasted my last use of that technique. Now I cannot summon father again. But I know what I must do now. As much as I hate this, I have no other choice. As now we see, Naruto came to woke up again in his mindscape. Congratulations, kid. What is it? Your chakra coils are healed. How is this? They are healed, I don't know how, but they are. You are now capable of becoming a shinobi, if you want to. What? As Naruto then went towards, after waking up, to Jiraiya, as he was inside his own shop. Oh, hey Naruto, you should be resting, you know. Doctors even have let you go from that hospital, but you still need to rest. Jiraiya, son, I think my chakra coils are healed. You found out? Through who? It's that nine-tailed fox. It's within me, I guess. You found out how? I talked to it. It says it can help me. It is something that is otherworldly that happened. What happened? I was healed by a thing called Allspark. Allspark? What is that? As Naruto then began to mumble with himself until his eyes closed and opened, as they were red with slits in them, as Jiraiya sprung into action. What did you do to Naruto? Calm down, Jiraiya. I'm here to speak. I spoke to my father. Your father? Who, the devil? No. The sage. The sage? You think I would believe that? Believe it or do not believe it? I thought at first it might be from his clan, but it is not. It is away from this world, far away from a planet called Cybertron. Whatever it was, it has absorbed itself within Naruto. I can still feel it. Its energy. It's something else. Much more potent and stronger than chakra. It even healed the boy's chakra coils within minutes in front of me. Is that so? Can I take your word? Yes, I have no reason to lie to you. If anything, I have been told to be cautious and help out the boy, if it is necessary. You, helping him out? Yes, Jiraiya, me, helping him out. It's kind of hard to imagine, but can I really trust you? Trust me? Do not trust me. I don't care. But what I do care about is to make sure that nothing happens to this boy, because my life is also on the line, Jiraiya. Or have you forgotten about that? I see. As that is when Naruto's eyes then turned blue, glowingly blue, as Naruto then said, B-127, coordinates sending to you, as some coordinates were sent by Naruto, as if a beacon was sent. What was that? It was a beacon, said Naruto, his eyes still glowing, before they turned dark as Naruto was about to pass out. He took a slump before getting up. It was Kyuubi. What happened? The boy passed out. It was that Allspark that sprung into action. I don't know what happened, but something did. Something is going to come here. As now we see, in the middle of the night, while both Kyuubi, who has taken over Naruto's body, and Jiraiya were speaking, something landed nearby. Crash landed into the earth. Gotta check that out. It might be from us. As after arriving there, we see it was a huge meteoroid made out of complete metal. What? A huge chunk of metal? As Jiraiya's eyes widened as it began to transform in front of him, as a yellow robot was standing there. Hello, my name is B, or you might call me Bumblebee. Bumblebee? Yes. I am here for the Allspark. It was sent here a few, by your planet standards, weeks ago. You mean the thing that happened to Kid? As that is when Kyuubi vanished, as Naruto's eyes glowed. How is this possible? The Allspark has chosen me. Primus has chosen me. Chosen you for what? To be the knight. You need to bring Optimus here. Or me. Where, Naruto? Cybertron. The war between the Decepticons and the Autobots. It needs to end. And the feud between Megatron. No. D16 and Orion Pax needs to end as well. Because both of them are needed to lead the people. As after hearing about this, Bumblebee then said, "Oh my Primus. It cannot be. Primus spoke to you?" "Yes. And the old spark, it was never meant to be a weapon used. It was his way of speaking to you. But both of the fractions tried to claim it as their own. That is when it was sent here because of Optimus' idea to keep it hidden. Because it was a weapon of destruction, he thought. But in reality, it was not. It was one of its protector that was made. It could have helped any one of you. All of you." As Bumblebee then said, "We have to protect you." "What? Why?" "I saw some bogies heading towards our direction as well. Could be Decepticons. Who do you think they might be? Maybe Soundwave, Shockwave, I don't know. Maybe even Starscream." As that is when we see something flew into the air and landed nearby, destroying the trees. "So this is where you are. Barricade." "Huh. It's time to go down, Bumblebee. You and me." As both of them begin to charge at one another. As Naruto then brought out something as it began to transform from his hand into a huge sword that Naruto flung, throwing back the barricade. What the hell? How can this human use... Wait. Allspark? I sense Allspark within him. What have you done, Bumblebee? "He has done nothing. Calm down, Barricade. I need to speak to both of your leaders. Now. Contact Megatron and Optimus Prime." "Are you insane?" "I said now. As the knight, it is an order that I can speak to both of the fractions." "Knight? What are you? The Templars of Cybertron?" "Think of it as like that. I am from one of the original knights. Now, made by Primus himself to protect him in case of an invasion." "You're not joking, are you?" "No." "Where are the others?" "We are here," said a huge machine that appeared as Jiraiya was confused, and so was Kyuubi alongside it, as it only had a single eye that was glowing orange. "If you are lying to us, there will be consequences." "You think I am?" As the huge blade was pointed towards the said robot. We'll soon find out. Contacting Megatron. I'll contact Optimus." "Optimus? Megatron? We found the Allspark. Why are you with the Autobot and these mortals? I need to speak to both of you. D16, Orion Pax. You know our names. How?" "Let's just say I know a lot about you than you know about us." It's the other way around now, because I am that is more than meets the eye. Naruto said with a smirk, bring the boy to us. And make sure there is ceasefire on both sides, because we need to speak in front of everyone. Naruto, wait! You can't just... I have to. I have to leave. As now we see, that is when Starscream arrived, on the command of Megatron. Hello, Shockwave, Soundwave, as well as you, Barricade. Autobot, don't make me kill you all. If you try anything on the boy, I will rip you to shreds. Do not worry, Bumblebee. They won't, because they fear Megatron more than anything. Respect, said Soundwave and Shockwave. Respect, boy. I see. As now we see, Jiraiya then said, wait, I'm coming along. You think you can survive outside this sphere? You will be crushed, you puny human. It's alright, Jiraiya. Leave this to me. I'll handle this alone. Naruto, no, you... How can I... You don't need to answer anything to my parents. As Jiraiya's eyes widen, they know. I spoke to them already. You did? My father was a genius in his own. Even after his death, he was able to leave a part of his soul behind, within that seal. And because of that, I was able to speak to him. Is that so? Be careful, Naruto, and make sure nothing happens. Nothing will. I'll make sure. As now we see, Naruto departed with the Transformers from there onwards, as they headed directly back to their planet. While on the other side, both the Autobots, after some time, as well as the Decepticons were present, back to the destroyed Cybertron city, deep within the surface, where it all began. Does it refresh your memories, Prime? This is where it all began. All thanks to you. Orion Pax. We could have been a minor and lived our lives as friends, but you had to go and experiment and reveal the whole truth and ruin everything for us. I did what I did out of curiosity. I thought I would be helping the Sentinel, but I did not know that we would unveil something that is much more horrifying. You know that, and I know that. The quintessence are out there. Still, you let them get away. They ran away. There was no more we could fight for. Our energy sources will no longer be taken by them, but they can come anytime back, and we Decepticons will fight to protect Cybertron, and you, who have turned its back on us and its planet. Nobody has turned the back on anyone. Oh, the boy, it seems, has arrived. So do tell, what do you want from us? And them. Yes, we would like to know, Naruto. My name is Naruto. I'll reveal this to you. As in Naruto's hand, the sword began to materialize, made from pure energon. As Naruto stabbed it in the center of the city, as it began to reconstruct, as it was, back to its former glory. This is... You are a knight. The first 13 Cybertronian robots that were created by him. Yes. By the very planet, to serve it, as an order. I am the 13th Knight. This Allspark was sent to you to choose one of you as the knights, to make you all unite with one another, and to stop the war between the two of you and with everyone else. There can never be peace between them and us, said Barricade. There can be. Like there was before, when Sentinel ruled over us with lies, said Megatron. Even if that is the truth, there was peace amongst you all, wasn't it? As Alita then said, as much as I hate to admit it, there was some sort of peace, even if there was a lot of, misuse of power and whatnot. Now you all are one. You have a chance to fight against the Quintessence because they're planning something big. Something that had to worry him so much that he had to awaken me. You sent me away, and I chose this boy. So the Allspark was not a weapon, but the last knight. Yes, it was the last knight. I am the last knight. Listen, D. We have went through a lot, fought with one another, become mortal enemies, but before than that we were brother once. Once Prime. You can still be, because deep down you too know that you don't want to do this, but you're doing this because you think it is your obligation. And what do you know about this? I have told you again, the 16 Orion packs, that I was sent here to unite you two, because Decepticons and Autobots are one. You all are Transformers. You all are made from this planet, with the same energon flowing through your veins. As that is when numbers begin to erupt. As Megatron looked conflicted, and so did Optimus. Look, when you two met, you two became instantaneous friends because you hit it off. And you had a bond that was created there that was such stronger than anything else. It was broken because you were heartbroken to see your heroes, the ideals that you looked up to, were all fake. You are now in the position and power where you can build new ideals so that no more tragedies happen that happened to you two. Do you want that future for the new generation of your planet? No, said both of them. That is what I thought. So just what? All that years worth of fighting, all for naught? Yes, it was all for naught. A plan of quintessence. Isn't that right, Arachna? As the said spider robot tried to attack, only for Naruto to bring out the huge sword that extended even further, slicing through the said robot, killing it with one single slash, as Naruto then stood there, as the huge blade that shrunk back to the normal one. As then began one blue line of energon flowing through within one of his eyes, as Naruto then had the mark of the 13th Knight on his face. So you are the real knight. Yes, I am. The quintessence will attack, and you, as one, will defend. All for one, said Optimus. One for all, said Megatron, as both of them fist bumped, as there were cheers, as they no longer had to fight one another. But what about our comrades that have fallen? What comrades? They all are now revived, with the energon that has flown. Primus now wants you all to unite and live like the ones before. And you too. Your responsibility is the biggest one here. And what would that be? You two are the leaders of two factions, but you two are to lead the whole nation, the whole Cybertron as one now. You hear that, Prime? Us as one. You also have the core of a Prime, Megatron. One you looked up to. Remember that. Making you a Prime as well. As Megatron looked down and realized that Naruto was not wrong at all, while QB, who was witnessing all this, was quite shocked and baffled. They are so much advanced from anything I have ever seen. The boy possessed such power. Yes, Kurama. The Allspark has revealed all of its secrets to me. As after that we see, that is when Naruto sensed it. The quintessence, they are approaching with their Queen Quintessa. It is time for us to unite and defeat them. And so, for the first time in centuries, the true fractions united, led by the 13th Knight of the Order, created by Primus himself, as Naruto led them to the war. All the while back on Elemental Nation, the war of its own was on the horizon. As it was revealed that Konoha didn't have any Jinchuriki any longer, and it was time for the war to happen. Jiraiya has revealed what has happened, and everyone was worried because of what happened to Naruto that day. And what had Jiraiya revealed had everyone baffled as well. And so, on the day of the war was about to begin, because it was decided that other villages this time around will not be hurt. So a land in which all of this was decided was allotted, and they were all given the green light. On one side was Konoha and Suna, while the other three villages were together. But before the war broke out, something hit the ground, as Three people were there, two huge beings. Drop your weapons, said Megatron, appearing from the smoke, and so could be said for Optimus. We won't ask twice, as from within them came out Naruto, wearing a transformed Cybertronian armor fitting his body, as the 13th Knight, with his huge blade on the back. I have come to end this war. As that is when everyone stopped in their feet because what was in front of them were living organisms made out of pure metal and energy that has been never seen before. As Naruto then looked towards his Jiraiya sensei as well as the hey Jiraiya Ji-san, everyone. No, Naruto, you're back. Of course I am. But I promised, didn't I? That I will. And who are these? These are the new knights, someone who I have taken under my wing. Isn't that right, guys? Of course it is, leader. I am once again have told you, Megatron, I am not a leader. I'm just a messenger. To us you are, who showed us to get a path for us to exist together. You are as much of a Cybertronian, Naruto, as you are a part of this world. And that is why you proudly wore both of these symbols. As on one of Naruto's shoulders was the proud symbol of Decepticons, and on the other side was the sign of Autobots, indicating that both of the fractions were now united. As Naruto then said, speaking to the Kages, if we do not end this war, the consequences will be dire. I do not want the people to get hurt unnecessarily. Hear that? Said Oniki. A Konohan speaking to us, and a kid nonetheless. This kid, punk, is more than enough to take care of all of you. He is a warrior who fought enemies that if one of them, a minor one of them, was released on you, you all will be consumed and dead by the end of this day, said Megatron. As Naruto then said, if I want, then they too. These two will. As that is when their smile dropped. Are you threatening us? No, I'm threatening you to end this war. And I'm promising, if you don't, then there will be a lot of damage that will be done. That is quite unnecessary. Now, gentlemen, a lot of you might all have families and loved ones, or someone who you need to get back to. Isn't that right? As all of them hesitated but nodded. Then why listen to some old fools who want to display their power? There is no shame in going back to your own family. Realizing your enemy has its own as well. They will also back down. He's lying. Trust them and you go to war. And die maybe. And even spark an fury within your child that could go on and die or kill someone who is not even at fault. Do you want that? A legacy of hatred that they have carried to carry on to you and give it to your children. Instead of a life and love that you can give. He's right. Said A. The hatred between Kumo and Konoha has to end. The old fools in councils and the old fools still in charge have a lot said. The next generation doesn't need to fight their feud and war that has died with them buried 6 feet deep, as it should be. Kumo, we are going to go and fall back. We are ending this war. As Mei Terumi also agreed and left with her village. As A's people, as Kurotsuchi then said, they're right, Grandpa. No, they're not. We have a chance. We can take them. The chances of what? To continue the hatred path, Father. I lost my wife. Kurotsuchi lost her mother because of this hatred of yours. I won't be losing my goddamn daughter. You go ahead and fight on your own and take those old bastards and the fools who want to fight you. Fight alongside you. Because I as sure as hell won't. As after that we see all of them one by one begin to retreat. As only Oniki was left there, and some fools. See, Oniki? The younger generation doesn't want to fight. They want to live their lives in peace. You instilled fear in their heart, using it as a key to make them fight for you and your ideals. As Oniki tried to attack with a single sword slash, Oniki's attacks were cut, and not only that, there was a deep gash on his body. I could have killed you with that. It is only a warning. Next time I won't miss. So the choice is yours. As Oniki then submitted and retreated back, But he wasn't welcome there. Not one bit. While on the other side, Suna and Konoha, Naruto turned towards them. Same he said to the two of you. Listen to my words and heed what I have said. I may be the 13th knight of the Cybertron, but this place is also my home. As both of them, the Kages nodded and told everyone to retreat back until Jiraiya was remained there. Thanks, Naruto. Anytime. Here. As Naruto gave him a key. What is this? It is a key. If you stab it onto the ground, you'll be able to communicate with me anytime you want. You're not staying? No. I'm still needed back there, because there are still some feuds going on around that needs to be sorted out. Isn't that right, guys? Well, yes, there are still, but we are getting there. Yes. Ryan is right. As both of them fist bump, like the good old times, D? Of course, Pax. Like the good old times. As with Naruto by their side, they then went back to Cybertron, Naruto's new home, and the one where he was belonged. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.